Hello everyone, my name is Diana and I'm from Rhode Island. I'm here visiting my brother Jeffrey, my sister Melissa, along with my two children. We're here for a few days to spend time with our friends and get to know Orlando a little bit more. So before I gave my life to the Lord, I didn't really know much about God. Like, I knew He existed, but I never had a relationship with Him. I was raised Catholic, going to Catholic churches. I never understood anything that the priest would talk about. It was just like in one ear and out the other, basically. There was nothing that I was learning, so every time that I went to church, like, I was basically forced because my parents, my mom really made me go. So I would go Sundays, and maybe like for Easter, so we would go just during those occasions. I never ever left the church learning anything, because it wasn't, or how do I say, like, it wasn't anything that I was learning. It wasn't engaging. They weren't talking about scripture, so I didn't know anything about the Bible either. So that's basically how I was before coming to Christ. So how I became to know Jesus, about close to 4 years ago, when Melissa and Jeffrey came to visit us in Providence. I was married at the time. They came to visit, and I remember sitting down with Melissa and asking her, like, how do you read the Bible? Like, how do you know where to start, and how do you know what to read? What do you look for? So from that time, I started having an interest in learning how to read the Bible. I never really prayed at that time because I didn't know how to. It was like, how do I talk to God? How do I have that relationship with Him? Then as the time went by, I went to visit. I came back here to visit, and Jeffrey and Melissa gave me a Bible, the New Translation Bible, and I always kept it with me at home. I always had it close to me, and I always had it in my purse when I took it to work, but I never opened it because I never knew how to read it. But I just felt like a connection, like that was my first step towards learning how to read the Bible. So I always had it with me. Like, when I went to bed, I had it next to me on my nightstand. But I just never read it. So as time went by, I came back again to visit, and I remember telling Jeffrey, like, when I visit you, I'm going to take my Bible because I want you to teach me how to read the Word. And I was going through a very difficult time in my life. I was going through a divorce. I was doing a lot of crazy things, going out, getting drunk, just living a crazy life. And when I came here, which was a little over 2 years ago, I came and I had Bible studies with Jeffrey and Melissa. We were reading the Bible together and praying. And the night that they took me to the airport to come back home was the night that I gave my life to the Lord. So since I gave my life to the Lord, it hasn't been easy at all. It's been very difficult. There's times that I feel alone, I feel depressed. Sometimes, like, I remember, like, my family making fun of me because they're like, why are you going to church? When I got baptized, it's like, why are you doing that? You were already baptized. You was a Catholic. So I I didn't really like to be in that situation, so there was times where I would step back and think like, I don't want to continue to read the Bible. I don't want to continue to pray, because at times I felt like it wasn't worth it. But then as the time went by, I got deeper into scripture, started going to church and praying, and I felt joy. I felt happiness. I was having a better relationship with my kids, which I didn't have before. So I felt like I was becoming a better mother, a better daughter, a better friend. I wasn't doing the things that I was doing before, because I always felt like my happiness came from going out and partying and having fun out in the world, but it's not like that. My happiness comes from the Lord, and that's something that I would never change. I've noticed is that when I do get up in the morning, I have that motivation to get up and to go to work and to take care of my kids. And because before, when I was depressed, I was like in bed all the time. I didn't want to get up. Like, there was times I didn't even want to like clean my house. I didn't want to cook. I didn't want to do anything. But now I feel the joy. I feel the happiness. And like, I go to work sometimes and people are like, why are you always so happy? Like, it's because I have the Lord. The Lord is living inside of me, and I share that happiness with everyone at work. And I've noticed that since then, a lot of people have wanted to connect with me, just to talk. Like, people vent out to me because they see that I'm always so positive. They see that I'm always happy, and there's times that they say they want that in their life as well. I have a devotional. I have our Daily Bread devotional a booklet that I read at work sometimes, and people even come up to me and like, what are you reading? And I share it with them, and it sparks an interest in them to learn more about God. So one thing that I would recommend is to, when you're going through tough times, when you're going through good times, always seek the Lord. There's times that I was always looking for Him only when I was down, or only when I was going through something difficult in my life. And it shouldn't be that way. You should always be thankful for everything, the good things and the bad things, because I feel like when bad things happen, it's for a reason. It's because He's teaching me something. And just never give up. Never turn away. He's always there. And He's always listening.